Association is MIA, a no-show on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., when we have the biggest gun control battles maybe in American history, and they are nowhere to be found in the halls of Congress. Welcome in, everyone. Patrick Parsons, Executive Vice President of the American Firearms Association, coming to you live right now on Friday night. Let me know where you are watching from. Pound that like button, pound that share button. I am actually coming to you from Kennesaw, Georgia. I was in Washington, D.C. all week. I am going to give y'all a firsthand recap of the gun control hearing in Washington this week, how the NRA did not show up whatsoever, and what we are going to need to do in order to go big next week and win, guys. Again, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. We've got Illinois. We've got Rome, Georgia. We got Tallapoosa, Georgia. We got Minnesota, Idaho, New Mexico, guys. Let me know. Welcome in, and welcome in, guys. So much to talk about. How many of y'all watched the gun control hearing or saw some clips from the gun control hearing over the weekend, guys, or the last couple of days? It was really unbelievable, ramming it down our throats in Washington, D.C. Every single left-wing desire that the radical left has, guys, they did it this week. We're also hearing so-called assault weapons ban next week. And, of course, red flags is coming. It's not only coming in the House, but it's coming in the Senate as well, guys. So yesterday at 10 a.m., I show up at the Capitol. You probably saw me live with the guys on all across America, and we have thousands of y'all watching right now, guys, across a couple of dozen social media platforms. I show up at the Capitol. I've got people all over the Capitol who can get me in. I get in. I'm sitting there, and I'm surrounded by left-wing commie mommies in Washington, D.C. I'm the only gun rights lobbyist in the entire country who's in the hearing room. I'm in the hearing room. I'm looking directly at the waddler, Jerry Nadler from New York City, guys. I'm looking directly at him. He's looking right at me. He sees the lapel pin, the AR-15 lapel pin that I have on my shirt, the waddler, Jerry Nadler. I see Jim Jordan come in. I see Sheila Jackson Lee, the communist from Texas, come in. I see Thomas Massie of Kentucky. I see Matt Gaetz of Florida, Dan Bishop of North Carolina. I see Eric Swalwell from California. And I start looking around again. It's a bunch of like left-wing staffers taking notes, some conservative staffers, and commie mommies. Where is the National Rifle Association? They're nowhere. They are hiding. They are cowering. It is what they do every single time our Second Amendment rights are under attack. The NRA is nowhere to be found. I told y'all, I saw it with my own two eyes, and they're not there. Literally, I am the only gun rights guy in the room, besides Gaetz, besides Congressman Bishop, besides Congressman Massie, and besides Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio. If you saw some of the hearing, let me know, guys. Let me know what you thought of it. There was a lot of runs for Matt Gaetz. He had some good moments. Congressman Massie had some good moments. Dan Bishop of North Carolina, a lot of y'all have probably never heard of him. He was very strong, very knowledgeable, very well put together. Congressman Jim Jordan had a solid day as well. Congressman Gohmert from Texas came in via Zoom. I know his plane got held up and he couldn't make it in. Congressman Greg Steube of Florida was good as well. And the left. Did any of you guys see the Democrats on here, guys? I mean, Swalwell and these people you've never even heard of. But while you're going about your daily lives, guys, you've got these radical commies in D.C. who are just walking the halls of Congress trying to destroy your Second Amendment rights, guys. And what I can say, I got to go back to the NRA. They're nowhere to be found on Capitol Hill. I walked all over Capitol Hill, guys. They're not there. They are not there. Well, actually, they are there. Actually, they are there. And you know what they're doing? They are cutting a deal like they always do. They are working behind the scenes to destroy your Second Amendment rights. Who remembers the bump stock ban? Who remembers fixed NICS? Who remembers the Brady check and the Brady bill? Who remembers the Lautenberg gun ban? Who remembers the so-called assault weapons ban? Who remembers the machine gun ban? Who remembers the 1934 and 1936 NFA, the National Firearms Act? All of them supported by the NRA. Guys, if you are sick of the National Rifle Association selling you out, I am here to submit to you tonight that you should jump on board as a member of the American Firearms Association tonight. www.joinafa.org. That is www.afa.org. www.joinafa.org. Sorry, guys. I'm reading comments. I'm watching you guys come in from all over the country. $35 a year, less than 10 cents a day. You're going to see us in the halls of Congress. You're going to see us in state capitals all over this country, and we will never sell you out. I am one of you. My colleagues are one of you. We come from the grassroots. We make no bones about it. There's no pretense. We are there to practice confrontational politics. Congressman, if you don't do what we want, we are going to tell your constituents what you are doing. And we are going to send hundreds or even thousands of calls, emails, texts, and social media posts into your district. How many of you guys see this guy from New York, Chris Jacobs, Republican? Yesterday, he comes out in support of gun control. Today, he announces he's not running for Congress because his constituents unloaded on him. And that is what we do at the American Firearms Association. The National Rifle Association, nothing. Nothing. They hang out with the big money lobbyists and the big corporate lobbyists and the DC swamp, and they sell you out. If you're sick and tired of that, hop on board as a member of the American Firearms Association, guys. If you're just now joining us, my name is Patrick Parsons, Executive Vice President of the American Firearms Association. I've been in Washington, D.C. all week, where I spend a lot of my time. Unfortunately, I was at the big gun control hearing yesterday. Many of you all saw clips from that. If you're on our instant alert email list, you will have seen it as well, guys. Let us know where you're watching from, okay? I see my man Chris Beal from Rome, Georgia. I'm seeing a lot of guys that I know. All of y'all are proud of where you're from. Let me know in the comments of where you are from. And then also, if you have sent emails this week at stopredflags.com, at teachercarry.com, at stophr7910.com, let us know if you sent those emails. I want to know where my activists are. I see Jackson from Verico, Florida, Barbara from Stewart, Tennessee. And here in just a few minutes, I'm going to read some of the new members who are coming on board tonight. Look, if we are going to win this fight to protect and defend our Second Amendment rights in this country, guys, I'm telling you, it is going to be us. It's going to be us together flooding Capitol Hill with hundreds, I'm serious, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of emails, calls, text messages, petitions. It is your right in the United States Constitution. Just as we fight for your Second Amendment rights, we fight for your First Amendment rights. It is your right to petition your government. Have you seen the NRA asking gun owners to do that? No, because they, right now, I am telling you right now, the National Rifle Association, Wayne Pepe Le Pew LaPierre, has his finger in the air. His finger in the air. And he is testing the way the winds are blowing in the swamp in Washington, D.C., and he's trying to say, what do we do? Remember when he did the bump stocks? Remember when Wayne supported that? He went on Meet the Depressed or CBS Slay the Nation with Bob Schaefer. And he said, we're for bump stock bans. And they said, we're for fixed NICS. We want all the states to send all their records up to the federal database in Washington, D.C. That is what Wayne Pepe Le Pew LaPierre and the NRA ILA is doing right now. They are screwing you. They are cutting deals. And let me just name the names of the senators. Let me name the names. Lindsey Graham, A+ rating from the NRA. Right now, he is working with Dick Blumenthal, Don Dick Blumenthal from Connecticut, who, if he gets the chance, would absolutely crush your Second Amendment rights. He would shred it. He would destroy it. We heard Massey. We heard Gates yesterday, and maybe heard more. They said to the Democrats to their face in that Judiciary Committee, you guys want to destroy the Second Amendment. You would eliminate it if you could. And that is the God's honest truth. And all of us know that. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you look at your kids and you look at the grandkids that you're going to have or you already have, and you look at our posterity and you look at the people who came before us, now is our time. Now, there's my gal, Shirley Ashanti, one of my great friends from Atlanta. Hey, Shirley, how are you, hon? Now is our time. Now is our time. The Democrats are going to get slaughtered in November. These Republicans better step up to the plate. I don't care if the Democrats have the votes in the House. I don't care. Every dang Republican needs to vote right. And then over in the Senate, that's where the big battle's coming, guys. That is where the big, fat battle is coming. Okay? That is the big one. That is the grand poobah. It is coming at us like a friggin' freight train. Okay? And that is where Lindsey Graham is a traitor. Congressman Gates said that yesterday. Graham is a traitor. Okay? You've got Rob Portman of Ohio. You have Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. You got Roy Blunt out in Missouri. You've got Marco Rubio. You've got Rick Scott of Florida, both of them. Rick Scott signed red flags in Florida. Who else do we have? Somebody remind me if I'm forgetting people. Susan Collins in Maine. That communist Lisa Murkowski in Alaska. And then you got all the Democrats. You got Manchin. Some of y'all are like, oh, Joe Manchin, he's great. No, he sucks. He would shred your Second Amendment if he could. Kirsten Sinema in Arizona. Chris Murphy, Connecticut. Look, it takes 60 to break a filibuster in the Senate. What the NRA is doing right now, Wayne LaPierre is gauging what he believes he can get away with, and enough Republicans, 10 Republicans, it's 50-50, remember in the Senate, that nasty woman, Kamala Harris, is the tiebreaker, but they need 60 here. They need 60. Who's going to be 60? Who's going to be number 60? The NRA is making that calculation right now. And I'm here to tell you, I walked the halls of Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. this week. I met with numerous members of Congress, very few good Second Amendment people. Many of you probably saw my 2-minute interview with Congressman Gates. He stepped off the floor. He said, Patrick, let me talk to gun owners. I want to tell them what's going on, and they need to get active, and let's win this thing. Okay? NRA wasn't there. They're not there. They're done. You need to be done with them, and you need to jump on board as a member of the American Firearms Association tonight. www.joinafa.org, www.joinafa.org. Join up tonight, guys. You're going to get your official membership T-shirt. You're going to get your membership decal. You're going to know that our federal legislative team of the American Firearms Association is kicking butt and taking names on Capitol Hill, and we are working for you. You're going to get your instant email alerts. You're going to get your social media alerts. You're going to get your newsletter in the mail, guys. Join our team tonight. Change is difficult. I get it. I get it. There's millions of gun owners across the country, remember the NRA. I'm telling you, they are screwing you. Join up with the American Firearms Association tonight, guys. Take the leap. Do that thing. Do it. Make it happen tonight. Now, because so many of y'all are jumping on board at the moment, I'm just blown away by the support of so many of y'all, guys. I mean, it's just pouring in tonight. Okay? I'm going to lead off. This section of the show is called Roll Call. This is AFA Roll Call. While I'm doing this, guys, let us know where you're watching from tonight. There's my man Ray Blankenship, one of the greatest Second Amendment supporters in the state of Georgia, Northwest Georgia. Great guy. Met him when I was working for Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Great guy. Member of Georgia Gun Owners as well. But let me start off tonight. This is Roll Call. This is AFA Roll Call. If you don't hear your name called tonight, you are not a member of the organization. Look, this is a Super Bowl for the radical left, guys. It's tonight. It is tonight. It's next week. So coming in, starting off tonight, we have a new life member. There's Deborah in Linden Station, Wisconsin, has just joined up as a life member. Thank you, Deborah, guys. And for those of y'all who don't know, it's a $1,000 level. Huge sacrifice. But what is fighting for our rights worth? Deborah's in at the $1,000 level tonight. Thank you, Deborah, for coming on board. We've got Ryan in Eaton, Ohio, is in as a new member of AFA. We've got Bob in Chagrin Falls, Ohio, is in as well at the $35 level. We've got Sean in Springville, New York, is in at the $125 level. We have Eric in Caldwell, Idaho, in at $35. Terry in Laurelville. I'm not exactly sure what state it is. I don't see the state. We've got Terry in Hawaii. Guys, we got a guy in Hawaii. That's like, it's a beautiful place, but it's also a communist political paradise. So he's in tonight. I see a lot of y'all jumping over right now to join up with AFA. Terry in Ua Beach, Hawaii. David in Rome, Georgia. David is in. Thank you, David. I've probably met you before. We've got Billy in Spokane, Missouri. H in Pocatello, Idaho is in. We've got William in Wilmington, North Carolina is also in. Michelle in Mountain Home, Arkansas is in as a new member. Anthony in Stevensville, Montana. You guys are great Americans. Marcus in Overland Park, Kansas. Dale in Dallas Center, Iowa. Patrick in Washburn, Wisconsin. Dale in Spokane, Washington. Stephen in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and they just keep coming in. I'm going to come back. I'm going to jump back over to them in just a minute, guys. I know a lot of y'all have left the show to join up right now, guys. Welcome in. Welcome aboard. For those of y'all just now joining us tonight, we had over 1,000 people on just a few minutes ago. I know a bunch of y'all are jumping over to join tonight, guys, but welcome in. My name is Patrick Parsons, Executive Vice President of the American Firearms Association. I'm coming to you live from Kennesaw, Georgia tonight. I spend many of my weeks in Washington, D.C. Many of y'all know me from Georgia Gun Owners in years past. I left Georgia Gun Owners, become the Chief of Staff to Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who will be helping to lead the fight in Congress against red flags and other gun control bills next week, guys. But now I'm back in the gun rights world. I left Congresswoman Greene's office to become the Executive Vice President of AFA, seeing the massive fights that we have. I'm normally here with my colleagues, but I'm solo tonight, and I am so glad that y'all are here and a part of our team. I love y'all. StopRedFlags.com is a petition you can sign. It goes directly into your congressman, directly into your senators. We spend tens of thousands of dollars at AFA so that y'all can have this software and that you can get your emails directly into your congressmen and senators. Guys, the memberships just keep absolutely pouring in from all over the country, guys. So join up at joinafa.org. Let us know where you're watching from. Again, guys, we will be in Washington, D.C. next week. We will be fighting for you. Major monster showdown battle fights in Washington. I was talking to some gun rights guys before I got on here earlier tonight. Josh says, how can I donate? Josh, you can go and join at joinafa.org. Very simple, fast, simple, safe, secure. And join and donate right up there. You can also go to our website, AmericanFirearmsAssociation.org. Guys, we exist to fight for you. I see Columbus, Georgia. I see Florissant, Missouri. I see other places from all over the country, guys. Technology is such a great thing. It can be a blessing and a curse, right? We have so many problems in this country caused by technology, but we can also connect with each other. All across the country. And that is what we love to do for y'all, guys, and fight for y'all in the halls of Congress. And we're going to be there next week. And we're going to love to fight for y'all. We're going to come to y'all live from all over up there. There's Peculiar, Missouri, guys. We want y'all to be a part of the team, okay? The radical left, we saw it over the weekend. The radical left had Michael Bloomberg. All of y'all know Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, billionaire Michael Bloomberg. He is triple matching every donation to Moms Demand Action. So if they raise $1 million, he gives $3 million. Okay. And you know what they're going to do with that money? They're going to spend it on commercials. They're going to spend it on mobilizing their people. That's exactly what we do here at the American Firearms Association. You're going to see our new commercial coming out next week. So everything you do is geared towards mobilizing the grassroots, getting tens and tens and tens and tens and hundreds of thousands of emails, calls, petitions, etc., into the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Ask yourself this. If you're on the NRA's email list, have you seen them asking you to call or email the Congress? They were MIA on VAWA a couple months back. You probably remember the battle, the so-called Violence Against Women Act, a gun control bill. A bunch of Republicans voted for it. NRA was silent, guys, until we hammered them and exposed that they were trying to cut a deal on this bill. That's what they are doing right now. I was at the committee hearing yesterday. I was there. Okay? The congressman from the rostrum, or whatever they call it, texting me, hey, Patrick, do you have any amendment ideas? Patrick, hey, come talk to me in the Judiciary Library. We're not special. We are just fighting for you. That's what we are doing. And I think a lot of those Republican congressmen, the Democrats hugely outnumbered them yesterday in that committee hearing in person. And they were there from 10 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. at night, going head to head, toe to toe with the radical left. Head to head and toe to toe with the radical left. Okay, that's not easy. And I'm not saying they're special people other than the fact that they're congressmen, but they went at them, brother. And we were there to offer support, to offer help. The NRA, they weren't there. They're done. They are done. Shred that NRA card, burn it, throw it out, churn it and burn it, shred it and burn it. Join up with the American Firearms Association tonight, guys, at joinafa.org. Get in tonight. We're gonna shut down here in just a few minutes, guys. But I just want to prepare y'all for next week. This is the battle of our lives. It's a political battle. This is the story of our nation. The story of our nation is what? It was a political battle combined with something really ugly. A lot of death, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of hatred. Here at the American Firearms Association, we fight politically. Our founding fathers, they wrote it, didn't they? You can petition your government. That is what we do. Strength in numbers. Nathan says it right now. Action, action, action. Strength in numbers. And if I'm animated, it's because it's just the way I am. Okay, I'm passionate. I have 4 kids. I have a wife. My colleagues combined dozens of children. We want the same protections that we all grew up with, and our grandparents, our parents, and our cousins grew up with. We want to protect them and stop the radical left from destroying this country and destroying our Constitution. Period. Game over. End of story. It doesn't get any more real than that. That is the battle of our time in the Second Amendment movement. It's political. It's with our voices. It's with our feet. It's with our dollars. Our cherished dollars. That Joe Biden and these swamp monsters and bankers and everybody else in D.C., they're destroying our money. They're flooding the money supply. It's not just gas, brother. You go to buy that gun. You go to buy your ammo. You go to buy your accessories. They're a lot more expensive in most cases. And that is because of these scumbag politicians in Washington, D.C. This is the fight of our generation. This is our fight. And we have to win it. We have to win it. Oh, Alex Ivan, you're soft, dude. Oh, yeah, okay, Alex. You're soft, dude. You're soft, Alex. Big tough guy, Alex. Oh, he's a tough man. Bring it, brother. So those of y'all who are not like Alex, who's a big giant wuss who we all know, he's a tough keyboard warrior. We're going to have another roll call right here, guys. I mean, we're talking scores of y'all are joining in tonight, guys. Scores of you. Roll call, joinafa.org. The names I'm about to read are the new members to our organization tonight. They're coming in right in front of me. Okay? You say, what are you doing with all the money, Patrick? You stuffing it in your pocket? No. Do I do this for a job? Yes. Who else is going to do it? Wayne LaPierre? Is he going to do it? Has he been doing it? No. We use your dollars to fight politically, to mobilize the grassroots and win. Alex says, I need a tissue. Alex needs a tissue. He's a big man. Look at him. He's an emoji boy. So here's a new member. Matthew in Gray, Georgia is in. Thank you, Matthew. Conrad in Spanaway, Washington is in. Deanna in Cleveland, Georgia is in as a new member. We've got Timothy in Cape Coral, Florida is in. Thanks, Tim. Kelly in Eagle, Idaho is in. Great places across this country. Douglas in Hillsboro, Ohio is in. Peller in West Liberty, Ohio is in at 35. James at the $75 level in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm a Nashvilleian, James. Did you know that? I'm from Nashville originally. Mark, Mansfield, Ohio. Don, Canton, Ohio, or Canton, Georgia is in. Kelly, Egan, Minnesota. Algier in Fairfield, Ohio is in. Lou in Graham, Washington is in as a new member. Guys, I can't read everybody. We'll be here all night. You don't want to hear me do that. Join up with the American Firearms Association tonight at joinafa.org. Fast, simple, safe, and secure, guys. I'm going to recap here, guys. I was at the gun control hearing in Congress yesterday in Washington, D.C. The only guy from the gun rights community who was there besides the Republican congressman, Jordan, Massey, Gates, and Bishop. Nobody else showed up. Some of them came in via Zoom. Gomert did well. Stubbe did well. Chip Roy was well. His video was bad. He did well. Okay, but the Democrats were all there. Swalwell, Sheila Jackson Lee, the Wadler, Jerry Nadler, Dean. I don't even know who these people were. Hank Johnson. Had two big gun control advocates sitting right in front of me about commie mommies. Funded by Bloomberg, 100% funded by Bloomberg and corporate America, the same woke corporate America who's trying to destroy our country. Same people, guys. Same people. They were all there. I talked to the Congress, talked to a number of the congressmen. There was only 4. Talked to a number of them. Take your guesses. They were encouraged that y'all were watching all across the country and cheering them on. I mean, it sucks sitting up there for 10 hours and just getting berated by Nadler and all these communists. It sucks. They were encouraged. But the NRA, they weren't there. They didn't show up. And what they are doing right now, fingers in the air, LaPierre's fingers in the air. He's holding it up high. He's catching a breeze. And whichever way those swamp winds are blowing, buddy, that's Wayne. That's where he's going to go, and that's where the NRA is going to go. I can tell you right now, the NRA is trying to figure out what is acceptable, what gun control is acceptable for them to support. Right dang now is what they're doing. They did it on bump stocks. They did it on fixed nicks. They supported red flag gun confiscation when President Trump supported it. And guess who stopped them? We did. Same website, stopredflags.com. Hundreds of thousands of petitions poured into the White House. We went up and met with White House staff and said, if you do this, President's done, buddy. And he backed off. But that was grassroots heat. They were getting pounded. But the NRA supported it all. Fixed nicks. The precursor to all this ATF regulation that Biden's doing, regulatory stuff, NRA. NRA did it. Trump did it. Trump did it via regulation through the bureaucracy. Guess who supported him? NRA. Chris Cox. Wayne LaPierre. Pepe Le Pew LaPierre. They all did it. Pepe Le Pew LaPierre. They all did it, guys. They supported it. If you only knew what went on inside the swamp, guys, if you only knew, hopefully we'll give you a little insight into that next week. If you only knew what happened in the swamp in Washington, D.C., you would be stunned. Once again, guys, let's do a little roll call. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just now joining us, y'all just keep coming on all over the country. We're on over 24 pages across America. Join up at joinafa.org, guys. We've been going for 30 minutes here tonight. Tons of y'all are joining. I'm going to do one more roll call after this, guys. Sign your petitions at stopredflags.com, teachercarry.com, stophr7910. And after you do that, after you do your activism, join up with the American Firearms Association at joinafa.org. One more roll call, guys. There's Tim is in. Where's Tim from? Let me click on that. Tim is in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. He's in. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate the support, my friend. We've got David is in Cairo, Georgia. We have Keith in Mondovi, Wisconsin. Timothy in Minneapolis, Minnesota is in. They just keep pouring in, guys. It's after 10 on the East Coast, guys. I love y'all. Thanks for all of your support. I see Shirley on here. I love Shirley as well, guys. Have a great night. Get ready for the political fights next week. We're going to keep y'all updated on email as much as we possibly can, on social media, on text, on and on and on. Write down the list, guys, okay? Patrick Parsons, Executive Vice President of the American Firearms Association, signing off from Kennesaw, Georgia tonight. There's Twin Falls, Idaho, Pine Bush, New York, Marshall, Cottage Grove, Minnesota, Valerie, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. James joined yesterday. James in Carlisle, Iowa. Phil in Marion, Ohio. Curtis, Twin Falls, Idaho. It is so encouraging to have so many of y'all on our side. Pilar just joined. Vernon, East Tennessee. I'm Middle Tennessee in Vernon. Gosh, I could just stay on here all night and just watch y'all just keep pouring in here. But we'll catch up next week, guys. I love y'all. There's Darwin is in. Let me read one more. There's Darwin. Where's Darwin from? Darwin from Springfield, Missouri. Appreciate it, Darwin. My email inbox is getting a bit flooded here. There's Bonnie in California. She donated a small amount, but all of it adds up. Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it so much for the sacrifice and support, guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Check for us on email, guys. I love y'all. Have a great night, and we will see y'all soon.